So who would you rather between Odegaard and Fernandes? As a manager, who would you rather have on your team? Let me start with you.
So for me, right, so I'm going to answer that question in two different ways, right? So for anybody, I think it depends on what you are looking for.
Yeah.
Right? You are looking for somebody that will just give you goals and assists.
Yeah.
And not contribute anything to the team. Of course, it's Fernandes, right? But we are looking for somebody that maybe, for lack of a better word, build the team around, right? In the sense, maybe a team player, bring other people in.
So Fernandes is not much of a team player, is that what you're saying?
I mean, it's clear. There's no, I mean, it's clear. So that's why for me, I'll pick.
What do you think about
Allow me land. So that's the reason why I'll pick an Odegaard, right? And he even makes it better considering the fact that Odegaard has been adding some form of output to his play, scoring goals and assists recently. So that's why I'll go with Odegaard. And he's younger.
Yeah, so you'd rather Odegaard on your team than Fernandes?
Yes.
How about you, Vika?
Definitely Fernandes. When you're looking for, like I said, you're looking for output, you're looking for personality, you're looking for a player that I feel can flourish in different systems. You're looking for a player that he's done it for longer. I think Odegaard had a fantastic season last year.
Yeah.
And yeah, for me, that's not enough yet. And again, KDB himself, the king of that position himself, said it, that Bruno is a chance creation machine. And I think for me, it has to be Bruno.
So you think Bruno Fernandes is an overall better midfielder than...
I do. So again, they have different strengths. So Odegaard is definitely more polished and measured in his game, when Bruno is a bit more, while Bruno is a bit more gung-ho. But I think, again, in a team where, like United, when he came into the team, I feel what he did, I don't think Odegaard could replicate that in that team that Ona Solskjaer. So for me, I think when you look at outputs, you look at chances created, you look at a player that can flourish in multiple systems, I think for me it's Bruno Fernandes.
I think when it comes to multiple systems, I would disagree. So because, I mean, I've seen Odegaard play in the 10, I've seen him play in the 8, and I've also seen Odegaard really drop in to ensure that the build-up is proper, right? I mean, to no disrespect. I mean, no disrespect to Bruno Fernandes, but I mean, Fernandes is just that type of guy. Get the ball to me and let me use it to do something, right? But Odegaard is the guy that gets the ball to you. He's also the one that also uses the ball to do something. Do you understand? Of course, just like I said earlier, it depends on what I'm looking for, right? But he also makes it easier for me now that Odegaard is beginning to add some form of output, considering the fact that you asked if I was a manager, depending on what I'm looking for. So and let me also put some form of context. So if I have a striker that is not good, that will not give me goals, I'll definitely pick Fernandes because I need somebody that can score and give assists. But if I have a striker that I just say, okay, give him the ball, let him do something with it, right? I'll definitely pick an Odegaard because it brings everybody in, it makes everybody better. I think that's just the word.
So who is the better overall midfielder between Fernandes and Odegaard?
When you say overall midfielder,
yes.
So has everything, can tackle, can... I think he's Odegaard, to be honest.
That doesn't sound convincing enough.
So when you say overall, if you just tell me, who is the better midfielder, of course, Fernandes has done it more, right? He has done it for longer, just like he said. Yeah. Right? But when you say overall, like somebody that can actually... The whole team is playing badly, and somebody that can go to defense and pop up in different positions. Oh, absolutely.
So Odegaard has more like defensive attributes than.
Absolutely. Of course. Now.
Interesting.
I mean, the stats. I mean, you
show me those stats because I think when you're looking at, you just saw the one that just most recently came out was the distance covered stats. And that's Bruno Fernandes. He was second to Kulusevski in the Premier League.
Yeah, so that's... And
I think Bruno, when it comes to the hard yards, when it comes to chasing back, when it comes to tackling, like Odegaard is an Arsenal team that they press. You guys press very well and very coordinated. Yeah. But with Bruno Fernandes, he's which is not always the best thing, but he's a one-man pressing machine.
But nobody presses as much as Odegaard in the league.
But my point is Arsenal are a very, very well coordinated team defensively. I think Bruno Fernandes, when you say all round, I think Odegaard is, and the one thing I respect about him, unlike Ozil, which Ozil is a fantastic player, but Odegaard was able to, under Arteta, develop his game where he was less of just a playmaking number 10. Now he's an all-rounder, more or less, right? Now he can drop a bit deeper. He can dictate the game. He can harry and press, which Ozil, unfortunately, which is why he died out because he couldn't add that to his game. But I think Bruno, when you look at, I think Bruno also does the hard yards. I think he brings more personality to the team. Odegaard for me is a quiet captain. I think Bruno, good and bad, he can be a bit too vocal. I think he, like I said, he has the outputs. He has the leadership, and he's done it longer. So for me, I think when you look at an all-round midfielder that can play 8 for Portugal, he plays deeper. He can play in the right wing. He can play number 10 as well. And he gets more goals. I mean, he has gotten more goals over the years, and his chances created. For me, Odegaard, I think he has a higher ceiling. But for me, right now, it has to be Bruno Fernandes.
So when you say things like running more and all
distance
of that,
covered.
So distance covered,
Yes.
right? I'm talking about the duels. Like, I mean, I'm seeing Fernandes in games like
I'll need to see that
duels,
stats because
duels contested for
I'll
duels
need to see that stat
1-0.
because for me, I test.
But I'm seeing Odegaard.
I test for me. I don't see Odegaard as a more all rounder.
As much as I would agree with I test, right? The stats are
And that's what I
there.
said. Let me see
Just
the
like
stats.
Dami
Let me
mentioned
see the stats.
earlier.
I don't agree. Let me see the stats that when it comes to duels, that Odegaard is like better than Fernandes. I'll be surprised.
Per 90. And also, Dami also mentioned something. He ran the furthest in the Premier League last season.
Ball
Was it
retention.
what did you say ran the furthest? Or you said
Pressed more, right? And of course, when he also and this was what I said earlier. When it comes to Posa,
ball retention
when it comes to
level as
Posa,
but we know that Odegaard is, when it comes to ball retention, again, that's the style of play his team plays, but also he's more technically assured than Bruno. We know that he's more measured in his game. So ball retention, I'm not gonna say like, oh, that's what he's stronger at. But when it comes to chances created, like then it's not even close. So what are we saying?